I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. This was the scene earlier today as snow began falling in the region, a prelude to what is predicted to be a major snowstorm that could dump up to 2 feet of snow in some parts of the area before it winds down early Saturday morning. The heaviest snow is expected to arrive by late this afternoon or early this evening, bringing along wind gusts and blizzard conditions that could close roadways. Schools throughout the area shut down in advance of the storm. Events were being canceled as people were being warned to get off the roads and head home as soon as they could. Earlier today, Jody Greco of Middletown said she was not intimidated by what is coming. The same can't be said for her daughter Sophia.
I like the weather like this. I don't know.
Yeah, we're supposed to get a lot of snow. That bother you?
No, not at all. I like the cold. I don't like the heat, so this is fine for me. I can drive in it.
You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
I just don't like cold weather. It gets my hands cold and stuff.
You didn't have any school today?
No,
What'd you think of that?
I liked it.
Governor Cuomo activated the state's Emergency Operations Center to monitor the storm and coordinate any needed response efforts. We will keep you posted throughout the day and evening here at Record Online as weather conditions worsen. So keep clicking back here for the latest storm information. Well, for officials in the village of Goshen, it's exactly what they wanted, some forward momentum on a plan to do something with the long-closed Orange County Government Center building, closed since September of 2011 following a pair of major storms. Thursday, after a year and a half of study and sometimes heated debate, Orange County legislators took action, voting to authorize bonding $10 million to design a package of building renovations, a compromise proposal put forward by Legislative Chairman Michael Pillmeyer. Those supporting renovation rather than demolition of the building praised the legislature's decision. Goshen Village officials hope the move will help long-suffering local businesses.
We're at a point now where our business community is suffering. It's been suffering for over 500 days. All we've heard about is new studies and new fights. We just need to keep the momentum going and not just be satisfied with the approval of this resolution, but to keep things moving forward and eventually turn those studies into action. We need action in the Village of Goshen. That's what we're asking for.
After all this time and all the conversation and the building sitting there, and of course the devastation to the Village of Goshen in terms of the economy there, this $10 million bond issue would be just wonderful to start fixing the building, again. And it also would show FEMA that the legislature is sincere in moving forward in trying to fix this building up again.
The legislature had been under the gun to take action. The county faced the March 12th deadline to decide what path to take or risk losing up to $2.7 million in federal FEMA aid to repair the water damage caused by Hurricane Irene and Tropical Storm Lee. A drug arrest turned into a search for state police in the town of Woodbury last night. Shortly after 10 p.m., a trooper pulled over a car traveling in the northbound lanes of the thruway for a vehicle and traffic violation. Inside the vehicle, they discovered a large quantity of cocaine and 3 men from Utica, New York. 2 of them they took into custody, but the third man, Ezra McLean, bolted from the car and ran into a nearby wooded area, not far from Woodbury Common. An aerial search was launched along with a ground search and a canine officer involved. But McLean remains at large. Police have since issued a warrant for his arrest. He was charged with stabbing 3 men, one of them a Newburgh City police officer. This morning, Larry Gant Jr. was arraigned on charges contained in a 14-count indictment that include first-degree attempted murder and aggravated assault on a police officer. The 35-year-old Poughkeepsie man was arrested last November following a disturbance outside a nightclub on Broadway in Newburgh. Police say Gant stabbed 2 men and then attacked Officer Eric Henderson when he tried to intervene. Officer Henderson was stabbed in the arm and back and slashed across the neck. He and the 2 other men later recovered from their wounds. Gant had been stabbed during the large fight, and he appeared in court today with a walker. He will continue to be held without bail pending a court appearance March 6th. If convicted of the top charge, Gant faces a minimum sentence of 20 years to life in prison. Marlboro School Board members say it had to be done. The board voted unanimously Thursday night to close 2 of their 3 elementary schools at the end of the current school year and merge students from the Milton and Middle Hope schools into Marlboro Elementary. Board members told the crowd of about 100 parents and children that the closings are part of an effort to cut $2 million from the district's operating budget, action needed in the wake of the bankruptcy of Dynegy, whose financial contributions had been making up about 40% of the Marlboro District's tax revenues. District Superintendent Ray Castellani says the board will decide next month on an even tougher cost-cutting move that could eliminate 74 positions. Tempers flared at the close of the meeting, with some parents saying the school closings could have been avoided. And now is probably a good time to recall the pronouncement of Woodchuck Norris, the furry weather forecaster who made his winter prediction in front of a crowd of folks last Saturday, Groundhog Day, at the Hudson Highlands Nature Museum in Cornwall. In case you forgot, we were told the little guy predicted 6 more weeks of winter. And judging by our weather today, Woodchuck Norris's prediction is looking pretty good. Our weather will get better once we get through the overnight, and snow amounts from the approaching blizzard could top a foot or more in some locations before it all winds down Saturday morning. The snow will taper off during the morning hours Saturday, and we are looking forward to some breaks of sun by afternoon Saturday. The highs Saturday will be around 30 degrees. Sunday will be mostly sunny, with temperatures expected to reach the upper 30s. Now make Record Online your source for the latest storm information as well as breaking news, and get a complete wrap-up of storm stories in the weekend editions of the Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.